and they're one step closer to their rematch against Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that potentially, but again, Orange Louvre and EVOS SG, whichever of those teams goes on, it's going to be a really tough task to face here for Ronin Esports. Again, yeah, congratulations to them. Very, very happy for them to see, to turn it around. But for Execration, I hope that they take this in stride and they're happy enough with the progress they made here, because they really showed that Kelra and Mark have a good spot with us here in Execration. Exashot, you guys have a lot to look forward to the upcoming seasons of the MPL here in the Philippines and upcoming tournaments for Execration, because they have potentially found themselves some really great players in Kelra and Mark. Exa fans, you guys are not disappointed about that.
Yeah, that's just going to be the icing on the cake, as a Wolf will break down the entire game number 3 to figure out why and how Ronin victored against Execration. So Wolf, why don't you bring us a lowdown?
I'll bring you the lowdown. Game 1 was sort of a download for Ronin Esports. Game number 2, they kind of, it wasn't an experiment, but they kind of put a measuring jab against Execration. And third game, they knew exactly what they are about to do. My name is Wolf, your analyst. Let's talk about game number 3 on how Ronin Esports eliminated Execration with a reverse sweep fashion. And in a way, if you're looking at just the game, it might look like a comeback for Ronin Esports. But I'll tell you why it's not. I'll tell you how it was planned by the side of Ronin Esports. First is they have identified that Execration wants to play aggressively, like in game number 1. And you know what they say, when your opponents are incredibly aggressive against you, you kind of turtle. But the Ronin Esports team, what they did in order for them to be able to turtle this game is to get all the best wave clears in the game. Farsa was already available for Execration. Ronin Esports instead ported the Veil once again. Such big damage output when it comes to dealing with the minions and even against the heroes. You also have the Barats, which just makes perfect sense against all of the hard push that Execration might be able to do in the first round of the match. Then again, Savvy with his Barats, all he had to do was tank up and just try and be there in front of the lanes while at the same time clearing the waves. Naomi as Dakai was actually perfect in this game. I think even in game number 1 and game number 2, he was phenomenal. Game number 2 was phenomenal.
Apa yang akan terjadi di game yang kedua dari ke-10 pemain dari kedua tim ini, game pembuka match Esports. Mana suaranya?
Bella Jaffe!
Yeay, yang di sana, yang di sini, tapi di bawah ternyata sudah langsung bertemu satu sama lain. Akan terjadi first blood karena Changnu begitu sekarat langsung menggunakan flickernya untuk